That looks okay. Turn that down. Hello. Just wait for some people to come. We got some questions from lady friends and stuff we can start with.
Hopefully this is going to work.
I hope so. The internet's okay.
Looks good on my phone.
Do you want me to cut out some of the light back there? It's kind of harsh. Is it okay? I think that's better. Yeah, I think that's better. Hello, hello.
Yep.
Yum. And text messages. Oh, there's some people in here. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hey, Angie and Tara are here. Hi.
How's it going, ladies?
Sorry. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry to hear about you guys' truck. That's really sucky.
Yeah, that's crap.
Did you guys? I guess you guys took to the shop and got it looked at. Yeah, it's super windy here today too. Yeah.
Yeah, they said it was like blowing them around. I'm like, last night it was crazy. It was shaking us back and forth like a boat. It was pretty intense. Like we were watching scary shows, Haunted, I think, on Netflix, and I was not even like scared about the show. Well, I was scared about the show, but it was like really the winds that were freaking me out.
Yeah, I bet that little bowler of theirs
Popping around
like that.
Hey, Sherry. Hey, Wayne. Miss you guys.
Wayne, Sherry. Jimmy Quail.
Okay, I said, hey, Sherry, and now Siri thinks I'm talking to her, and she, like, popped up on the screen. Stop it, Siri. It wasn't you. Hey, Jimmy. Yeah, we were rocking all night. I bet. Yeah, it's so lightweight as it is. Yeah, that would be crazy, like, being in the bowler with that wind.
Yeah. So we got lucky. Like, most of the big windstorms we've had, we've actually kind of been pointed into the wind. And maybe not perfectly, but enough that like we're not getting a full broadside wind. But I think last night was gusts up to like 60 miles an hour.
Oh, wow.
So yeah. I don't know what we were actually getting here, but that's the worst wind we've had yet.
Yeah, it was pretty intense. But I'm guessing everyone's inside today, so you're like, hey, this is a perfect
Quartzsite, or
yeah, we may have seen Jimmy on the trail.
And we're having connection issues. Sorry, guys, if this is really sketchy. We're on our T-Mobile home internet, which has been doing okay, but hopefully it's not too bad.
The worst we've had yet, worse than the night you were chasing our solar panels. Oh, yeah, it's worse because Tanya and Garrett, they had to take down their awning, and their tent is just flopping in the wind.
Yeah. So Forever Free RV, they were our neighbors until yesterday, and then they left us.
They left us. Yeah. No, we're actually going to meet back up with them, I think, on Sunday. They have a what's it called? An auction here on Saturday we're going to go to. And I think Sherry and Wayne Forever Free RV, they're over at a
Roadrunner
Imagine thing.
Their meetup for their RV manufacturer Grand Design Rally. That's it.
Yeah. Jimmy, if you still want a tarot reading, let me know. I would absolutely love one. Thank you so much. That's like right up my alley. Grand Design Rally. That's what it was. Yeah. Well, we do have a few questions that we're going to answer, and then you guys feel free to ask whatever you want or just chime in. This is just going to be like a fun, laid-back chat because we're all stuck inside. So, Lady Ferns actually left us a comment. They are newer subscribers, and they wanted to know what led you both to make the decision to be on the road full-time. Kind of give us your backstory.
Yeah, so as most things do now, it started with the pandemic. Promised each other that we'd at least do a year there. And about 4 months into our year there, we were just like, no, this isn't going to work for us.
We barely made it.
So we started saving and thinking about options and stuff. And we knew, once you escape Oklahoma, it's not necessarily somewhere you want to go back to.
Right.
I mean, all of our friends or family are there, but like we finally made it out.
Yeah.
So, we'd seen RV life and van life stuff, and we always thought it was a really interesting idea. And eventually she kind of convinced me to take the leap because I was kind of like,
Well, he's a provider. He wants to make sure we have a roof over our head and that we're just safe. And, we had a conversation one night. I was like, he's like, thinking logically, like, what if this happens? What if this goes wrong? And I was kind of like, well, what if it goes right? Yeah. And then I think that kind of like shifted our perspective a little bit. We started thinking about like how we could make it work.
Yeah. And we just I had to get over that hump of, the unknown. And in retrospect, it's been really nice because a lot of our problems now are just right in front of us. Yeah, we have to worry about, okay, do we have enough propane to get through the night? Do we have,
enough water
enough
to get
fuel,
us through the week?
yeah, and stuff. But like, it's all just right there. Those are immediate problems that can be fixed instead of these existential, oh, I have a 40-year mortgage. Like, am I going to be gainfully employed in 40 years? Am I going to have my health in 40 years?
Right.
And so it's been really nice for my mental state.
It's helped mine out a lot as well. I mean, we work half the year, then we chill half the year, and we have more time to spend together. We have more time to focus on things that are important to us. So it's been really cool.
Yeah.
Lady friend says, laugh out loud, escape Oklahoma. Laugh out loud. Tara laughed so hard at that. Tara, my girl, you know what I'm talking about. She's an Okie too. So she's like, she knows Oklahoma is the black hole that sucks you back in.
Right.
Thomas, welcome from Northern New York State. Oh, thank you. What do you miss most about being in a stick and bricks home? That's a good question.
Long showers, baths, taking a nice hot bath.
Taking a bath would be a definite thing.
I miss having a little bit of space for projects. I come from an automotive background and I've always been a tinkerer. I like to build things and make things. And, at our old house, we had a garage. I had 3D printers in and stuff like that, and I always had some kind of project going on.
Right.
So that's a miss, like I miss having the space to make a mess,
Yeah,
but at the same time, it's nice not having a bunch of stuff that's sitting there not being used either.
Right. I think for me, it would probably be, I wasn't like the best gardener, but I really miss being outside, playing in the dirt, kind of like trying to experiment with plants and different things. I loved going outside and just like even weeding the roses. Like that was so relaxing to me. Then another thing I miss is having enough space to host, because I loved having people over. I loved, just like throwing little get-togethers and stuff like that. And in our RV, like you can fit 4 people, but it's tight. So we're actually kind of thinking about doing something with that bench back there to just create a little bit more space to entertain, because I really do enjoy entertaining. But it also gets us outside a lot more than we used to, like, in nature. So the trade-off, it works.
Yeah, winter months are hard because even here in Quartzsite, like it's nice-ish weather. It's not freezing cold, but it's windy. The days are either windy and chilly or really nice, almost hot, so there's not too many opportunities to get outside.
Right. You have to really find ways to entertain yourself, and you have to be really comfortable with your partner. So. Forever free RV. A long hot bath. Being sick on the road away from home sucks. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I haven't been sick yet, but she has a couple times, and it sucks.
Yeah, he takes good care of me though. I just spend most of the time in bed anyway. Right. Let's see. Thomas, has being in close quarters brought you close together? So we've always been a really close couple. Kind of like we don't mind being on top of each other. We hang out, pretty much do everything together, but we also know how to give each other space. Honestly, I would say it's not much different for us. What do you think?
Yeah, it's not really any different for us. Like we get along well with each other, and our relationship was established early on, especially for me, that like, I told her, like, when we first started dating, was like, I need my space.
He's like, I need my loop time. That's what he called
Yeah.
it.
But that doesn't mean you have to be away from me completely, but it means like, if I'm just sitting there in silence, just that doesn't mean anything's wrong. It's just, that means I'm content and happy with things. We don't have to be bugging each other nonstop,
Right. Yeah. Oh, got lots of questions here. Hey, have you thought of becoming a mobile mechanic?
I did, but honestly, don't miss it.
He did it he did it for most of his life.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that got to a point where it wasn't fun for me anymore. I restored cars. I wasn't like a mechanic per se, but in restoring classic cars, you become one to a degree.
You did a little bit of everything.
Yeah. So I was never like ASC certified or anything. And then there's the other issue of like hauling around all the tools,
I just don't have the space for it.
And the likelihood of it making me money, which it likely could, but do I want to do it? And I don't.
Yeah.
Like this last spring, I was totally happy. Yeah, you want to make money to sustain your lifestyle and hopefully build a good nest egg and be able to progress in the future. But at the same time, like,
he fell out of love with it. It was something he did out of necessity. So it's like the fact that he doesn't have to do that anymore. Like, yeah, he could be making a lot of money, but like that's not why we're in this lifestyle, Yeah,
I like helping people when they need it. If my skills are useful and helping someone, and if they want to donate a case of beer like Wayne did the other day, or that's fine. But I typically don't even volunteer to people that, oh, hey, this is where,
if it's your friends, you don't mind.
It's just kind of like, I've done it. I've had my fill.
Yeah. Hilda DC. Hey, Hilda, thanks for hopping on.
Hey.
I'm in BG cooking. What are you cooking? Nomad Moto. What's up, guys? We're in Washington and plan on coming to Quartzsite in November. We've been full-time in our schoolie for 3 years. We want to stay in Quartz for a while and make it down to Bullhead City. That's awesome. Yeah, this was our first year here, and we've really enjoyed it, and we're thinking we'll probably end up coming back next year.
Yeah, you can't beat it. For $180 to live here for 7 months with access to water, sewer, and trash.
Yeah, you just can't beat it.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly a little bit boring. So if you don't have a toad or a way to get around easily, like us, we don't have a toad. So, but luckily we met plenty of nice people like Forever Free RV that took us on adventures and stuff. Forces us to be more
social and hang out, which we like. It's fun to make friends, so just make friends and you'll be fine. You'll have people to hang out with.
Yeah. Like La Posa South is one of the main locations that has water, trash, and dumps. And then there's Imperial Dam. So, you got 2 choices there, and then there's quite a few more other areas the LTVA pass gets you into, but most of them don't have the amenities. But it's still nice if you feel like, okay, I'm gonna go check out this spot for a week and then come back.
Yeah, if you get bored, there's plenty of places you can go and visit. Forever Free RV. Good idea, Thomas. Luke is a great mechanic. He helped us put a suspension upgrade on our truck. Luke rules. Shh, don't tell everybody. Thomas, do you find it hard to get personal alone time? So here's something that's interesting. Luke and I, and it might not be this way for every couple, but we can be alone together, if that makes any sense. Like there's times where he'll be writing and I'll be in the back doing whatever I'm doing, watching TV, probably just walking around anxiously because I'm bored. Yeah. But, we'll say hi to each other every once in a while and then we'll go back to doing what we're doing. So, yeah. And I mean, if you mean like from other people, you can stay inside your RV and pretty much people don't bother you. If you want to go out and be social, you can. What do you think? I mean, we don't really get alone time, like just with ourselves. But...
Yeah, it's like personal alone time, I would say is not really a thing. You're already living in such a small space, so you can't even go to the toilet without having to like, no, excuse me.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But like, it's if you're really dependent on having that time for your own sanity, you might want to weigh this lifestyle decision pretty seriously. Especially if you have a partner. If you're solo, this is probably great for someone that really likes to be alone.
Yeah, definitely.
But in a relationship, I think it takes a couple that's comfortable with each other, comfortable being in close quarters, and
right.
We haven't hit a point yet where it's like, babe, I just need to go away, and then and I don't think we will. When we're working, that's kind of, I guess would say that's when we get our personal alone time,
right? Because
usually I'm doing something totally different than her, so that's kind of when we kind of get our own stories to tell, and come back home and bitch about stuff.
So another question we had was, how long do you plan on being on the road? No idea. It could be another year. It could be 10 years.
As long as it makes sense.
As long as it makes sense. Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's no real plans other than that.
Yeah, we don't, this being our first year, we're just figuring things out ourselves, but we've haven't hit a point yet where we've been like, well, maybe we should look at having some plan A, B, and C. It's like things have been going well for us, and we know we have great family back in Oklahoma that if something were to come up, that we know we have places we could stay and kind of get reestablished in the event something happened. But
right. Alejandro, hello. Hey guys, how are you today? Today's my birthday, and I'm gonna celebrate my birthday watching this video.
Oh, hey girl. Yeah.
Oh, happy not birthday. Alejandro. Yeah.
Alejandro. Yeah, we know Alejandra.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
From Florida.
Happy birthday, Alejandro. Happy
birthday. Yay. A lady friend says, as long as it makes sense. I like that. Same for us.
Yeah. It's just the nomadic lifestyle, I mean, even our forefathers that were nomads, like they did it until it stopped making sense. Right. But
Thomas says, whose idea was it to live on the road? How did you convince the other?
I think it was more her idea. So she's always been one of those, even when we first got together, it was like, let's just run away.
She used to live in a van down by the river before it was cool.
And I'd always be like, nah, I want to know where I'm sleeping every night, And in Florida, when we started trying to figure out what we're going to do, it's kind of the same scenario. And the RV, where you're sleeping every night. So that took that excuse away from me. So
yeah,
she did a little bit more of the convincing on her part to get me on board. I
kind of did, yeah.
But it wasn't forceful. It was just like she seriously thought it through and talked me through it and was like
showing him all the options. But like the thing is, if he would have been happy like living in the stick and bricks, I wouldn't have tried to push so hard because we've owned a home before and everything was cool. But I just saw like he was starting to get really unhappy in like his day-to-day grind. So I was like, well, here's another option. Let's fucking move into an RV and just like live out on the road.
Yeah, it was just doing what I was doing. Like I wasn't getting ahead. I didn't have health insurance. I didn't have a 401k. I didn't have anything really. I was just working 8 hours a day, sometimes more.
Sometimes 12 hours a day,
depending on if the car needed to be done for a show.
Yeah.
And it was hard manual labor, working with toxic chemicals and lead and asbestos, and seeing a lot of guys that were into their 40s and 50s still doing what I was doing. They were just broken,
Yeah.
Their bodies were broken, their souls were broken down, and it was just I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to become that person, and when you're not even really that passionate about what you're doing anymore, I'm building beautiful, amazing cars, and there's a sense of gratification that comes when they're finally finished, you know. But that's not enough, you know. It just doesn't. It barely paid the bills, you know. I mean, I was making decent money. We were able to have things, but we weren't gaining, you know. And it was just like, so now I've just eliminated all that stress. I've got more free time, and we have more personal time for us, and I don't have to worry about paying a mortgage. And you know, it's we just eliminated all the unnecessary noise in our life,
right?
You know.
Exactly. Hey, Wandering Shores. They said, just tuned in to catch you guys. We were just hiding out in our RV from this crazy wind over here in Yuma. I hear ya.
Yeah.
Thomas says, what was your family and friends' reaction to the news? They were like, cool, you know, like, I don't think any of them were, I mean, we were traveling, we were going to be far away. So, like, that was a little bummer to them. Like, his mom wanted us closer, and, you know, my grandma and mom. But ultimately, they were like really proud of us. And when they saw us out on the road, they were like, you guys are doing this, and you're so young, and you're really taking risks and adventuring, and we're so proud of you. So honestly, it's been like a lot of really positive support from our family and friends.
Yeah, they've all been really supportive. You know, I hear a lot of people that do this always have typically, or not always, but a lot of people will have issues with family not understanding, you know, or like friends dropping them because, you know, like all of a sudden they think you're homeless, or, you know, like you're not doing the right thing according to what your family expects of you. But luckily ours are actually more, I think, envious of us,
they always tell us
you know?
they wish they would do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can do it, you know? But
yeah, we made this move at a younger age when we can actually really kind of enjoy things, you know? And,
yeah,
you know, luckily we don't have kids. If we had kids, that would have been a totally different thing.
It could have changed the scenario a little bit, but there are people who with children who RV, you know, I mean, we RV with our 3 cats. It's a little different. They're a lot quieter, but, but yeah. Let's see. We have one more question on the list. It was, this is going to be a long one. I'll try to keep it short. How did we meet?
Oh, my nose. Sorry, guys.
So we actually met on Craigslist. That's the short version. Explain a little bit more. He was looking for a model for a fashion show. I responded to an ad. Online, things can get really misconstrued. So he thought I was super rude online. I thought he was super rude. It's really funny how that works. We met each other, and he shook my hand. And I know it's going to sound so cliche and silly, but time stopped. The angels sang, all that good stuff. It was beautiful. And pretty much we've been inseparable ever since. And that was like almost 11 years ago, 10, 11 years ago, something like that. So, yeah.
I was just had some friends that did, you know, some alternative fashion stuff, and I told them I'd help them with doing a little fashion show, and, you know, didn't expect to meet anybody, you know.
Yeah, we weren't looking for anybody.
Yeah, it was just kind of worked out.
So, yeah. Thomas says, you've reduced stress and gotten out of something you were no longer finding enjoyment in. Have you actually found nomadic living less expensive? Are you increasing your savings? That's a really good question, because it's there's a lot going on there.
So far, it's not less expensive. I would say it's on par, like kind of comparable in a way. But this being our first year, we spent a lot of money on stuff we didn't need.
And then a lot of money on stuff we did need too for the RVs. So
yeah, definitely stuff we did need, be it upgrades to the rig. We learned traveling less is cheaper, you know.
Yeah.
You know, we bought e-bikes, which were a fairly heavy investment, you know, like, so there are things that kind of come as a trade-off.
Yeah.
We luckily haven't had any major mechanical issues yet, and what issues we have had, I've been able to fix. So we're hoping that this next year we're able to really cut back on our spending now that we've kind of found a healthier, more sustainable rhythm to things. Like coming out here to Quartzsite is a huge, easy way to save money.
Oh yeah, I've been keeping up with how much, and I think you're right, Luke. Like the first year, if you spend a lot of money, don't feel guilty about it. Like you'll get there. Just keep up with your money, how much you spend, because I've been keeping up with it, just writing down everything we spend without really trying not to spend a lot of money, just whatever we did. So this last month, well, no, I'm sorry. From arriving in Quartzsite 30 days later, it was like $1,100, which isn't really bad because our rent in Florida was $1,650 a month.
Right.
So for everything, food, gas, everything included, the LTVA pass, we only spent $1,100. So we're trying to get better at that. As far as savings, we did increase our savings when we were working out in Colorado, but then we spent it all again because we only worked for like 6-7 months and then take off the rest of the time. So that's something we will work on in the second year.
Yeah, I think, when we say we spent $1,100 in a month, that's including our payment for the RV, insurance, cell phone, internet.
That's everything.
Including all of our expenses.
Yeah, food, gas.
Not just like on like adventures. That's our whole month of expenses. Every dollar that's left
pretty good, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, because you think about if you're paying rent, utilities, you're paying gas to get to and from work, you're paying your car insurance, you're paying your renter's insurance or home insurance. So, I think we've cut our monthly expenses by a third, or at least probably by 2/3.
At least lately, yeah, for sure. Hey, Tara. She says, where has been your favorite place that you've stayed so far? Honestly, for me, it's probably Colorado. Colorado's freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just, everywhere you look, it's like a fairy tale.
Yeah, Colorado is really pretty. That was Gunnison Valley area that we were in. It is gorgeous.
Yeah.
But I'm still kind of leaning. So, while Colorado is really pretty, like the Bandelier National Park was gorgeous too.
That was really wonderful, actually. I forgot about that.
So as far as, like a place where we stayed for an extended period of time, Colorado was awesome. But for a place that we visited just in our travels, Bandelier National Park's the top of my list right now.
It was really cool.
Yeah. Just, just the right amount of texture, the terrain, the wildlife was really thick. And I've never heard so many birds in my life.
Yes.
I didn't see many, but they were just everywhere. It was like just a cacophony of bird noises. It was really cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, thanks for asking, Angie. Hilda, what's been the hardest part of living in the RV?
Out here at Quartzsite, I would say managing your water.
Yeah, managing water is probably the hardest part, actually.
Because, for us to go get water and go dump and stuff, we're move the whole rig. So we've been able to get it down about every 7 days. We go dump, get more water, and come back. But, not being able to shower
every day,
but it's been a bit of a curve because I'm a guy, I might shower every other day anyways, right? For her, it's, she wants to shower. Yeah.
But I don't as much anymore. So, we have cleaning wipes and stuff like that. And we try to stay smelling our best because that's a paranoia of mine. Yeah. But yeah, water management. It's doable.
I think, realistically, most people know that you don't really have to wash your hair every day, And I feel like in some ways, you still look just as beautiful, if not more so,
Thanks.
It's shifted, I think, even your mindset towards makeup,
it really has.
You don't want to wear a bunch of makeup because you can't wash it off every night, and you're beautiful. So,
Thank you.
But, I think that would probably be it. And that's even included when we're traveling too. in some places it's kind of hard to find where you can get water. You
Yeah,
know?
potable water, it can be
Yeah.
hard to find in some places.
Right.
So
So
yep, that's the thing for sure. Let's say hi to our new people. Ramona, thanks for
Hey,
joining.
Ramona.
Let's see, Christine from Courageous Painting. Hello, hello.
Hey.
All right, let's see. Tara, that's the sweetest story. Hilda, that's a blessing. Tara, same. Thomas, you're lucky to have started so young, but that also means you have to be creative with finding income. Yeah, definitely. As of right now, we haven't had issues, but we've been working at different resorts. We find a lot of work through coolworks.com or just like word of mouth. The place we're going to go in April, we met the guy on Instagram.
Yeah.
So he was like, hey, you know, can you guys come work for me? And we're like, heck yeah, because he had great energy. So
yeah. So it's, you know, and realistically, I think we'd be doing a lot better if we were kind of trying to work year round.
Right, we
Even
would.
Here in Quartzsite, we could have found gigs at the big tent show or in the, you know, the swap meet areas and stuff. We could have found work.
But our only thing is we don't have a tow vehicle.
Yeah, we don't have a vehicle to get to and from, which, you know, that's kind of like I go back and forth on. But, you know, like we kind of went in that knowing that this first time around, let's see how we do, see how much we spend here in Quartzsite, and see what happens. Like the idea of like building up a good nest egg is never a bad idea.
Yeah, that's our next plan.
But also, I don't want to sit there and like focus on that, because then we're back to having stick and bricks if we're always worried about what's going to happen some distant time from now, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, I know like health is probably going to be the biggest potential expense for us, but the way that our country's health system is just kind of like, it just makes you say screw it. Like
we've never had healthcare before,
right?
So. But it's not like we're going into it completely naive. We do have some savings left in case something were to go wrong. It's not like we have no money. But Forever for Your V says, I have to be honest, but Luke and Dolly are the real deal. They're exactly as you see them on their videos, sweet, kind, and two of the greatest people we have met on our journey this year so far. Oh, thank you. We love you guys so much.
I love you guys. We're gonna Forever Free RV. They're Canadian and
they're adopting us.
Yeah, they're adopting us. And we're thinking maybe next summer trying to go to Canada.
Yeah, we actually are thinking about that. We've never been. We've always wanted to go. Now we have friends that are Canadian, so why not, right? Christine from Courageous Painting says, you two look so happy. Would you say that living in an RV made your relationship stronger? I think our relationship honestly has always been like this. I really do.
Yeah, I mean,
no matter where we're at.
Every day, like, I think the relationship gets stronger, you know, but like as far as like a noticeable shift from pre-RV life to present, no, because we were really good with each other even before that, you know.
Yep.
So I can't say RV life has made us a better couple because we were already pretty great. But you know, it's definitely brought us closer in other ways, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you can't hide a fart whenever you're stuck in a box with each other. But you know, I mean, you love the person no matter how bad they smell.
Oh my God, stop! It's true. Oh, I don't know what I was gonna say now. I'm all embarrassed. But yeah, we have had people, you know, we've actually had people that, like, to save the relationship, they thought it would be a good idea to move in an RV together. And I'm like, I'll tell you, absolutely not. RV life is romanticized just like everything else in the world. And moving into a tiny space with someone you're not necessarily getting along with it well is not a good idea. Like, you need probably relationship counseling, spend your money there, and then think about moving into like a 270 square foot box together, because that's not just going to like magically help your relationship. But it is fun if you find someone you already love and you don't mind spending a lot of time with.
Yeah.
agreed Forever Free RV. Lady Ferns, agree with Forever Free RV. They're pretty awesome. Aw, you guys rock. Thank you. You guys are blowing us up. You too rock. Christine says, you rock. Forever Free RV, they have such a strong relationship and so solid in our opinion. Yet we have not farted in front of you. That's so true. We're not there yet, but we're gonna be there soon.
Yeah, we'll get there. Takes a little time.
Oh my god.
How long did it take you? A couple of years?
Yeah. It did.
Yeah.
Lady Fern says, try pooping in a bucket after drinking. Spy. Do you have water from Colorado River that if you can't hide things in a small space? Oh god. But you two love each other, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Love conquers all.
Yeah. That's the RV life version of holding your partner's hair back, right?
Oh man.
Yeah, that would not be fun, but another experience, another story to tell, right?
Right.
Not everyone gets to experience that.
Yep. Forever RV says we are called people of the clam. Yeah, they have this little clam tent and we all just hang out in there, sit around the fire. It's super relaxing. We thought about getting one. They're pretty expensive, but they're like really nice. I think we'd use it.
Yeah, I think it's definitely worth the investment.
So. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Uncle Jeff is here.
Hey.
Thomas Dildine, as Luke's uncle, his family was 100% hit the road, enjoy, only live once. Yeah.
Hey, Uncle Jeff, that's Wonderwing there. That's my uncle. Always nice to see you, bud. Hope you guys are doing well. I know. What was it? Thanksgiving? Did we see him on Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Yay.
Do you find Jimmy says, do you find it hard to make friends on the road? I don't think so. I'm very social. Luke's like getting very social. You're almost more social than I am now, but we have a lot of friends on Instagram and YouTube, and we will if we're feeling the vibe and stuff and we know they're not catfishing us, we'll meet them on the road, and everybody here in the circle has been so nice. So they've just come up and introduced themselves, and we've made a ton of friends here. So I would say no. I mean, it can be depending on where you stay. If you're doing a lot of boondocking by yourselves, that can be hard to find friends. I think it's just the area, really, that you're staying in.
And RVers and van lifers and stuff in general tend to be a lot more friendly and outgoing, especially the full timers.
Yeah.
Because, we're all nomadic, so we all have more of a desire to meet people, that live similar lifestyle to us.
We want to make friends.
There is definitely, you can tell the difference between a weekender and a full timer, you know. But even then, it's fun to meet the weekenders too, depending on where they're at, what they're up to, I think with this lifestyle, it's kind of like a Volkswagen car club, everyone's in the same club if you're in an RV or in a van, and then it's easier to kind of have that immediate conversation starter with people, and then you go from there. But it's just like any other social interaction. You have to make choices and decide what people you want to be around at a certain point, But
do you want to be with the air cooled guys? Do you want to be with the water guys?
But it's also comes down to do you want to drink a lot? Do you want to party? Do you want to
run? What do you want to do?
Yeah, do you want to be more outdoorsy and stuff? It's there's all those things, but that's just common day-to-day social interactions. You know, that's not any different.
I'm gonna have to excuse myself for a moment. I have to use the restroom.
I'm trying to keep up with you guys.
Make sure you read about that.
Let's see. Thomas, with high gas prices, you're finding yourself staying in the same place more? Yeah, I mean, luckily when we left Colorado, gas prices had started to dip back down under $4, which was we were keeping our fingers crossed for that. And then we went back to Oklahoma for a while, and Oklahoma is usually one of the cheapest places in the country for gas. And then when we came back across to Arizona here, I think the most we paid for gas was just a little over $4. And we got only about 8 to 9 miles to the gallon, so it adds up quick. So that has kind of pushed us to make some choices and about how much we want to travel and how long we want to stay at certain places. But again, that's not really been a problem between, especially out here in the West. Like there's so much BLM land. You can stay 14 days and not spend a dime, It's we really like the smaller state parks and stuff where you're going to spend 15, 20 bucks a night for, usually they're not full hookups, but they at least have some amenities and dumping water on site, which is a plus. So it can be cheaper. Even if you're paying 20 bucks for 7 days, that's $140. Well, you can easily spend that if you're trying to travel. I mean, you could spend that in a day in gas. So it's just about where you're trying to get to and what you want to do in the middle. Thomas asks again, how much socialization is there in the magic circle? As much as you want. And it's like they have events. They have a community tent. It's a really big tent. So they have yoga 3 times a week in the mornings. They do arts and crafts. They do dances, karaoke. I think they have a weekly dance, and then they do karaoke once a week. There's several people out here that do like a weekly fire pit, so everyone gets around the bonfire and tells stories and shoots the breeze, and just, it's really easy here to find a group that you can hang out with versus, from what I hear, because we don't even know, but outside of the magic circle, it's kind of more every man for himself, or everyone pulls up in their little caravan rings and sticks to themselves. But in the circle, it's very, very much a community. Like if you're out walking on the trail and someone walks by, you wave, introduce yourself, and you can get stuck talking to them for 15 minutes. Then you might not see them again because the area is so big. You might not see the person for 3 weeks or a month or ever again,
Yeah. Rick Bowers says, I think the both of you are doing what most people would like to do. Well, hello, Rick.
Hey,
welcome,
Rick.
and thank you. It was working for us,
Yeah.
Thomas says, I don't have a 10-pound holding tank, and there aren't vault toilets in the circle. So can you stay in La Posa South proper and still commune with the folks in the circle and join in their activities? Yeah, absolutely. We have a lot of people that just come here for day trips to ride their bike or tan their buns or whatever.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine,
Yeah.
And no one would stop you from doing that. Like,
no,
people would invite it, like, everyone's totally cool with that.
Forever here be there. Crafts, music, lessons, and jams too. Yep, all kinds of stuff here. Hi, hey, Kimmy. Kim. That's my mom, guys. Say hello to Kimmy.
Yeah, there's, even without the vault, not having at least 10 gallons of toilet space, you could still come in, find you a spot, set up for the day, go on your naked walk and enjoy the sun, and then pack up and move back to your spot by the vault toilets, or it's all about how you want to do it. So yeah.
Tara says, yes, we also found the magic circle to be full of very friendly people. Yeah, Angie and Tara came out and stayed a week, and that was really cool. We got to play dominoes and interact with them a little bit, so that was really nice.
Rick asks, have you seen any UFOs at night? No, honestly, like, we haven't spent much time outside at night because it gets so chilly so quick here, and then usually it's windier at night, so the last thing you want to do when the sun goes down is stay outside. So we usually get back in. I'm hoping before we leave here we get some warmer nights and we can enjoy it a bit more, but the stars are beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. We only really see them when we're walking back from Wayne and Sherry's to our rig, but really, really pretty. Thomas says, do you folks contribute for gas for the generator propane for the 3 heaters and firewood in the circle tent? So the way that they do that, or maybe you're already in the circle, I don't know, but you can basically, when you go to dances and stuff, they have money you can donate or whatever. And we do that when we go into stuff. So yeah,
pretty much all the events have a donation, you know, at the minimum of $1, you know, to go towards supporting the circle. So yeah, that goes towards propane to heat the tent, to maintain the tent, to, you know, just
whatever they need,
keep things going.
So yeah, that's very important.
Yeah,
we do that. Kara says, hi, Kimmy. Forever Furby. Hi, Kimmy. Kimmy says, hi, everyone. UFO, my mom. Lady Ferns. Angie says, we should come back soon before the season is over and we all head out. Yeah, so I want to be upfront with everybody and say that we actually aren't going to be here for very much longer. Our friends are at a rally right now, and we're going to do the auction on Saturday. That might be our last day here. On Sunday, we're thinking about all going out and visiting another area, and we're not sure if we'll be back here this year.
Yeah, because we're going to have to start migrating north to get to Utah, and there's a couple spots we would like to see on the way. So I think we're going to go to Palm Canyon for a week, and then if the weather is starting to warm up, then we'll start tracking north. So
yeah,
it's season's coming to an end a lot quicker than we thought it would. But
I know,
you know,
but
time flies when you're having fun.
Exactly, and we're kind of looking forward to, you know, working again and just doing something different.
Right.
Thomas, has it been warm? Enjoy nudity there. I think he's saying, has it been warm enough to like be nude there lately? We get our good days for sure. We went on a hike the other day with our friends Tanya and Garrett. So
yeah, that was really warm yesterday and the day before. You know, like 75 degrees ish.
Yeah.
And those are the days that everyone waits for. So everyone's out around, you know, and so that was really nice. But even today would be great if it wasn't for the 25-mile-an-hour wind.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Luke always says, you know, it's a great day if you look out your window and you see a moon.
Yeah. Yep. You know, the weather will be good.
Hello, GMB. I enjoy your channel and keeping things real. Thank you.
Thanks, GMB. Yeah.
Lady Ferns, itchy feet. It's hard to stay still so long when you're nomadic the rest of the year. Yeah, at first when we got here like a month after, I was like, I'm ready to go again.
Yeah.
But I just kind of had to get like settled in, and now I don't want to leave, you know. So
yeah, we did go check out the hot springs, just was it west of Yuma.
Yeah,
stayed there for like a week.
With a week with our friends.
Yeah,
Kylie and Chris.
And you know, we did that, and that was a bit of a drive. And so when we got back, we were just like, okay, that's fine. Like, didn't necessarily want to, you know, go travel around again very much. But now that when things are progressing to like, well, we're actually going to be leaving soon, we're looking at, okay, what's around that we might want to check out before we roll out. You know? There's honestly not a whole lot around Quartzsite to see. I mean, there are if you're into rock hounding and, you know, like exploring these old mines and stuff like that. That's fun, you know. But a lot of it you can't get to without like an ATV or side by side or something. So it's, you know, there's potential to explore out here if you have the right stuff to do it, you know. But for someone without a tow vehicle and our 2 e-bikes, the ground's so rough here, like riding bikes it's brutal, you know.
Yeah, and we've realized with our own 2 feet, our limit is about 6 miles. So
we did 6 miles in a day. That's a pretty good walk. I got a blister on my foot from that. So, but you know, I mean, and even then, like, if you think the mountains aren't that far away, they're really far. You were like, all right, let's just start walking to that mountain. That's the closest one, and we didn't. I think we still had 2 miles to go.
It's like 9,000 steps a day too. So.
But yeah, it's. But you know, like, I think a lot of us have become scared of boredom and our constant, you know, phones always demanding our attention and stuff. And there has been points where we really struggled with the boredom, you know. And I think we've just maybe in the last couple weeks have settled into it and being comfortable with the boredom. You know, like I've always wanted to write, you know, and I'm finally been able to like put some time into it, and still not as much as I'd like, But, life is all about balance. I can't sit here holed up in my rig for 3 months writing, I'd go insane, and so would she. So, and, just embracing that boredom and being creative and realizing that, oh, wow, I do have time to do all those things I wish I could do,
Right.
It takes a little bit of discipline too, because it's easy to spend all day on your phone, and because there's nothing you have to do,
Right.
As long as you have water and the toilet's not overflowing, you're pretty much good to go.
Right. G&B, if you make it up to Montana, you're welcome to visit and do a little training with me. I am between Glacier and Yellowstone. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, he does self-defense stuff,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Yeah, that would be rad.
Yeah.
That would be rad.
Yeah. We almost took a job in Yellowstone last year, and that was when all those big floods and stuff happened up there. So we're kind of glad we didn't.
Yeah.
I'd love to get up there one season for sure.
Yeah. The Wandering Shore says, I thought that same thing when I watched your video and you said you were going to walk to the mountains. I told Michelle that was a pretty ambitious goal because I know how deceptive the distance. I'm not kidding.
Right.
It was like you got closer and you were still just as far as away. Yeah. It's like, how does this work?
Yeah.
Rick says, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, just, knowing around here, it's just like there's nothing to get to anyway. So you just pick a target and walk.
What you think is the closest thing.
You just go, okay, let's just try to get there. And then, it's about just being outside.
Yeah.
I've always kind of been one of those people that I don't like going somewhere unless I know where I'm going. I'm trying to break myself to that.
Yeah.
It's all about the adventure. Exactly. It's not really about the destination,
Exactly. Rick says, does the solar panel keep the batteries charged to do the job? Any cogs in the water? Oh, maybe any SIGs in the water?
Yeah. Our solar, we have 800 watts of solar, and they're flat mounted on the roof. And no, not 800, 600 watts.
600. Right now we're at 100%.
Yeah. Usually in the morning, we wake up at around 60% battery. And then here lately, we've been full charged by 12 o'clock, So that's good. When we first got here early in the season, the sun was quite a bit lower. So we were having to run our generator at times for 2 to 3 hours in the evening.
Yeah.
To get topped up. But also it was a lot more overcast and stuff too. So I do want to get at least up to 800 watts of solar.
Yeah. And we'll need a new battery.
Yeah. And then we're kind of battery poor now. So, even though we're topping up, we have a 200 amp hour lithium ion battery, but we're topping it up, but it doesn't feed all of our needs either. It won't run our blender, the pot. It'd be nice to be able to get so we can run like the microwave and stuff on our battery banks. So we want to upgrade our battery bank, get 200 more watts of solar, and then I think we'll be good.
Yeah. So. Yeah. And I think you're saying any SIGs in the water, right? No, we haven't found any more. So Luke was saying he doesn't really think that cigarette butt we found in our water jug really came from there because we have filters on. So I don't know if someone put a cigarette butt in the water jug and we just didn't see it when we bought it or what, but that was kind of weird.
Yeah, I think it was probably a manufacturer incident, because those water jugs came from Amazon, lids all on them. And I had intended to rinse them all, but I forgot. So when the first time we fill them up, it was just like, whatever, it's fine. And I think that cigarette butt was in one of them somehow. So it was just, check your water jugs, rinse them out before you use them. But it wasn't like a fresh, it was like just the cotton. And
it was who knows how many years old it was. Yeah. Rick says, that's good. They're working for you and you can add to it at any time. Yeah, SIGs. Yeah. Yeah,
solar is the way to go, especially if you're planning on doing this out in Quartzsite. I mean, you can do it with the generator and decent sized battery bank, but why would you want to, you know?
Yeah, solar's awesome.
It's getting very affordable now, and even the kits are pretty easy to install on your own. I mean, just watch a bunch of YouTube videos, and it's not too crazy, but definitely if you're not comfortable enough, then you can hire it out, and still it's worth it. You could spend $3,000 or $4,000 on a generator. Why not just spend that on solar panels, you know?
Yeah, solar's where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Bo, welcome. He says, have you made the trek to El Dorado Hot Springs yet?
No.
Nope. We've only been to one hot springs in Holtville, and it's kind of like it wasn't like a natural
Nothing
hot
fancy,
springs
yeah.
thing. They had concrete all around it and everything, but that is something we want to do. We want to visit more hot springs for sure.
Yeah. Let's see. Make a note. El Dorado. That sounds, is that New Mexico probably?
Yeah, what state is that in? Is that Mexico or New Mexico? Speaking of Mexico, that is someplace we do want to visit. We might end up doing it next year, but it would be cool to save up a little bit of money, go get our teeth fixed, you know, or at least cleaned. I don't know, just check it out. It's a nudist hot springs an hour from Quartzsite. Oh, okay. Well, we did not know about that, but Luke just made a note of it, so thank you so much. It's in Tonopah, Arizona. Cool.
Hey, Jeff. Send Grandma my love.
Hi, Grandma.
I need to call her soon, too.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Let's add call Grandma.
Mm-hmm. An hour east. Okay. Yeah, they do movie nights at the tent here, too. I think once a week. I think they just did Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Ghostbusters, I think, was last night. And I think tonight they're doing like a tutu dance.
Yeah.
They have all kinds of dances here.
Yeah, it's honestly like you can find something. Oh, and every day they do happy hour at 4:00 too.
Yeah.
So
yep,
you can find something and definitely people to hang out with here, you know.
Yeah, you're only gonna be lonely here if you want to be.
Yeah. You know, and you know, like we went to some of the dances and events when we first got here, but we are really trying to be conscious about how much we drink and stuff, you know.
Yeah, because we can party hardy if we let ourselves.
We've lived that lifestyle in our past, and we're really just trying to get away from that. Not that it's a bad thing. I mean, you know, people have their fun, and by all means go party and live your life, you know, but like we're just kind of, I guess we're the old fogies, you know. We're happy to just sit around, you know, like the campfire stuff.
Those are cool.
You know, sitting around with, you know, half a dozen people and having a beer. That's great, you know.
Yeah.
But I still get tinnitus in my ears from all the loud nightclubs and stuff, and I'm just.
Rick says, "Gotta go. Love you guys. Stay safe."
All right,
bye,
thanks, Rick. Take care.
Sherry and Lane said, "Oh, we need to go to Tonopah." Yeah, we might.
Look for them, yeah.
It's on the list.
Yeah, we're going to be headed that way, potentially. So.
But as far as activities, we're definitely going. Okay, we're definitely going to the auction this Saturday for $5. You get free popcorn, free nachos, and then they give you $300 of Monopoly money, and that's what you bid on the stuff that people have donated with. So it's going to be really fun. I'm excited. I just had my late lunch, Hilda says. Tuna rolls. Yeah, we need to eat some more food here soon as well.
You probably hear me peeing.
Well, they could probably hear me peeing before too, you know. You can hear everything in this RV. What is it? Oh yeah, I got some donuts yesterday. Lady Ferns, can you tell us more about this $5 auction happening? Yeah, so it's $5 when you come in. You can bring items to donate for the auction if you'd like. And like I said, you get free popcorn, free nachos, $300 of Monopoly money to bid on. It's happening at the tent this Saturday. And all the money goes towards, you know, just supporting the circle. So if you guys want to go, totally come down. You can go with us. I think it's going to be really fun. Forever Free RV says, not old fogies, old souls. Yeah, that does sound much better. Yeah. Bo says, Thomas, I think you're in my nature stuff group. Oh, that's not. Lady friends. Oh, it's in the magic circle. Cool. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's just like, because they're getting ready to wrap up the season with the tent. So this is kind of the last big fundraiser to lock in funds for next season. Kind of thing. It should be fun.
Yeah, whatever's.
You know, like, we like auctions. They're fun.
Oh my gosh.
You never know what's going to come up for bid. And at least this way it's going towards a good community. And, you know.
Yeah, we're like super excited. When we lived back in Stick and Bricks in Oklahoma, that was our thing that we did. We would go to auctions. Like, we would try to go at least like 2 or 3 times a month, you know, every weekend. And everybody called us the kids because we're the youngest ones there. That's like always what we're known as. But
I remember the first thing I bid on was a box of Little Debbie Swiss rolls.
Swiss rolls, yeah.
I paid like twice retail value for them.
You paid like, I don't know how much you paid, but it was more. And
I didn't realize that, you know, like they had like 100 boxes of them. So like I was trying to outbid this one guy.
Because you wanted some.
Yeah. And it's like, oh yeah, so how many boxes you want? I'm like, well, I thought I was just bidding on one box. You know?
But it was so fun because I think he really he had to exercise this number, you know, because he hadn't held up the number yet. So he got to exercise this number, and then like he opened the box and like made friends, passed out a bunch of the treats, and it was just fun. But then after you raise that number, man, it gets addicting. Like you want to buy more stuff, and they had, you know, nachos there and just all kinds of fun stuff. But it was a blast. Every weekend we loved to go there and just see what they had.
It was like kind of replaced like movie night, you know. It was just like, we just go to the auction, you know, and we'd spend about the same. You know, it costs us $50-$60 to go see a movie nowadays, you know. So why not go to the auction and still get nachos and popcorn and hot dogs and pickles and sit there for 3 or 4 hours and bid on stuff we didn't need. Yeah,
and the auctioneer was super cute and funny. He's always making jokes. Yeah. White elephant auction. Hi guys. Hey Linda, how are you?
So we'll probably be pretty aggressive.
Yeah. I don't like, so I'm pretty sure you only have to use cash, right? So I think we only have like $10 in there, but I kind of wished we had more in cash because
try and go get some more before,
because I don't know how much people are going to spend on stuff, and maybe we could even look for a few things to donate. I don't know. I've been getting rid of a lot of stuff, so I don't know if a lot of stuff left.
If you don't have much to get rid of anymore now. Hi, Linda Bishop.
Doing good. Way too windy here in the queue. Yes, it is super windy here, so thanks for coming to hang out with us today. We figured this is a perfect day to do a chat since everybody's stuck inside.
Last night was really windy. Luckily, we were kind of pointed into the wind just a little bit, but still there were points where like it was rocking us around pretty good. I'm glad we weren't like broadside into the wind, or else that would have been almost nauseating. You know? It's when the whole rig's rocking, and that can get to you after a while.
So Linda, have you been in the queue for long? Do you come here every year? Is this your first year? We like meeting new people in here, so it's cool that you hopped on.
Ramona, I've heard the people saying that Imperial Dam can be more windy than here at Quartzsite, which seemed weird to me since it's really hilly there and stuff. But
crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of feel like the chat's a little behind. present, but that's okay. So
yeah, I'm not sure. It's hard to tell in here. Grandma Furborn said, howdy.
yeah.
Howdy, Grandma.
Linda said this is her first year here since Thanksgiving.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yeah. We got here right before Christmas.
Yeah,
So,
a week before Christmas.
Yeah.
Our first year too. So how are you liking it so far? Are you in the magic circle? I know you said you're in the queue. Lefla, we are in the circle. Okay.
Yeah, we haven't, since we've kind of we've just stayed in our own little peninsula here. And I know we've met, and I had an accident. That was probably a little surprise, but I'm glad you stayed.
We were only going to stay here for a week, just check it out. And then everybody was so nice here, we ended up just permanently staying here.
Yeah, that was our like a week, maybe 2 weeks, just to see what it was about and see how it felt for us, But with within the first, well, I mean, literally before we even got here, we made a friend,
Yeah.
Rick and Deb waved us down and helped us find a great spot, and then had great neighbors, and it was just so easy, to just settle in, and makes you not want to leave.
Yeah. It's okay. A lot of space. Love that. Oh, yeah. It's great in here.
Yeah. It's a lot more roomy, It's a little harder to get to the dump and all that stuff, but, and, and you don't have to be a nudist. You don't have, you can never take your clothes off in the circle as long as you're accepting of people that do,
Right.
It's totally fine, Nothing wrong with that. I got couples here. One will, you see them with blue jeans and a shirt on every day. The other ones walk around naked, It's like, it's just whatever floats, That's all good, I've only gone out twice.
Yeah, I've gone out a few times.
Yeah.
It's got to be the perfect temperature.
Yeah.
But if it is, it's like,
yeah,
it's great.
Nice sun, not too windy.
Yep.
A little breeze is always nice, but Got anything else you guys want to know? Yeah, that's okay, Linda.
Questions. Come on, guys. We got nothing else to do today. Let's chat. Let's get into the nitty gritty.
Donut?
No, I'm good for now. I'm going to eat something in a little bit. So is everyone here full-time RVers or full-time van lifers? I know, let's see. I know, Ramona, you are. I know Forever Free RV is. Hilda, you don't do the mobile life. Kimmy's doesn't do the mobile life. Tell us about yourselves. We've told you everything we can think of. Luke likes donuts. Who doesn't like donuts? Okay. Bo says, I am a weekender, nudist of 33 plus years. Cool deal. Casual magic circle visitor. Okay, cool. So you must live in Arizona or around, at least, since you're a weekender, right? Linda, escaping Ohio winter, and I am retired. Very cool. Yeah, we're always running from that cold weather.
Phoenix.
It's from Phoenix. Okay, very cool.
Yeah, I see a lot of Florida plates here, surprisingly. I've seen a lot of stuff. But yeah, this is if you're not going to Florida or South Texas, you're coming here.
This is the only other place
Yeah,
you're not gonna have to endure the winter. So Thomas says he is in northern New York and he is trying to sell his possessions and house and hope to be heading out that way in the fall.
Oh, nice.
Very cool, very cool. Yep, Tara and Angie from Lady Ferns. They're full time.
You guys check out Lady Ferns YouTube as well. They have a really adorable little boulder trailer.
Yeah.
It's so cute, and they're just super nice.
Yeah, they're nice people. And Forever Free RV, they have a channel as well. Check theirs out. Sherry and Wayne said, is there anything you are missing from your inventory? Will you be doing any product reviews? Oh, okay. So any like big items that we're missing and that we need? I know we need a new battery. So you can kind of tell them a little bit about our battery issue. Like it doesn't.
Yeah, it's a 200 amp hour battery, but only max output is only 100 amps. So that will only power roughly 725 watts on an inverter. So that's not enough to really power a coffee pot or the microwave. So I either need to get a second battery of the same type, so it'll bump us up to like 400 amps. But I think what I would really like to do is do like 3 100 amp hour batteries. I think that would be enough.
Yeah.
Because that would power everything in the rig outside of the AC and give us plenty of storage too. But
yeah, I think that's pretty much it as for things we need right now. We might think of some more stuff later, but will you be doing any product reviews? So we actually will be doing one soon. Vevor, Vevor, you can find them on Amazon as well. They reached out to us and they're sending us an extension cord.
Self-coiling RV extension cord, and they also sent us a benchtop CNC like lathe, or not lathe, the mill. So it's one of those benchtop you can route out, wood and stuff with it. So
it'll be fun to play with.
Yeah, I figured when we get up to our new spot, I'll be able to bust it out and have it. We'll be stationary enough, long enough to be worth setting up.
Yeah.
It should be fun, see what I can do with it.
But yeah, it's always fun to try out new stuff, Ramona says she needs paint pins. I do. I do need some paint pins. I had so much fun painting those rocks. Bo says, not pants. Laugh my ass off. Sorry. Oh no, pins. Yeah. Yepper-deppers.
Yeah, like one thing we do want is a clam, like Forever Free RV has.
Duh. Yeah, we want a clam, but they're like $500. So we'll see. Maybe in the future.
Yeah,
we'll get one.
That might be something we pick up at the end of our work season, right before we get back on the road.
Right.
Because I'm hoping in Utah the winds aren't as bad. We can actually use our awning.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, because here you can't use your awning. It's you lose it, So
yeah.
No, I mean we're pretty well balanced on all of our things. It's gonna get down if we end up doing anything big. It'll be buying us a toad, something we can tow behind.
Definitely.
Small car, or, something that we can have to get around with.
Yeah.
That would be the biggest thing at this point. That would be nice, but nothing we have to have,
Yeah, we're pretty much set. Thomas says, I follow you folks, Forever Free RV, and that kilted guy behind the kilt who are in the circle. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. Are there any other YouTubers there I should follow? Let's see. Lady Ferns, they were over here for a week. They're really nice. I'm trying to think if anybody else in the circle does YouTube. Not really that I know of. I think it was just Forever Free, us, and the kilted guy. I think that's it.
Yeah.
At least that's the only people that we know. But if we hear of any more, we'll definitely drop their names. Linda says you should visit Ohio State parks.
Yeah, I've heard Ohio is really pretty. It sucks for what they're dealing with all the chemical spills and warehouse fires and God knows what else is going on there. But
yeah.
But we'd definitely like to get up that way north. We actually haven't been further north than Gunnison, Colorado. So
Yeah,
Utah,
in our RV.
Yeah, Utah, where we'll be in Utah, is pretty much as far north as we'll have ever been then. So hopefully we can make our way further north at some point. But
yeah, definitely. Thomas says the gazelle is less expensive than the clam. Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a clam. We've only really ever been inside of a clam, but we just want something that we can, relax in.
Tara said, what will you miss most about Quartzsite?
I think the community here.
Yeah, this, the people, the just relaxedness of it, I guess.
Yeah, it's so relaxing here.
Around the time of the big tent show, it was pretty chaotic and a lot of people, but like here in the circle, you don't even notice it, until you have to go dump and then you're waiting in line for 3 hours,
Right.
But like in the circle, it's just didn't even notice it,
Yeah. Yeah, we will miss it here, but I mean, we'll probably be back. Forever RV, the growth of the people of the clam. Linda says, we do Ohio State Parks in the summer and we spend summer with our grandkids. Oh, it's nice. Jamie says, full time since June. Sold our house in Detroit and hit the road. Yay, Jimmy, that's awesome. Yep, lots of people are doing it. Tara says, we have the Bear Den by Kuma. We love it. It wasn't overly expensive, but I'm not too sure if it's something you can get in the States. Super simple for one person to set up and take down. That's cool. Yeah, they have all kinds of brands out now. I don't really know what we would go with. Oh my God! That is our first super chat we ever got. Oh my God, thank you so much. Like, I'm so excited right now. That is so cool. Thank you. I just like our first one ever. Wow, cool. Heather says, hey kids, nice to see you on here. I'm heading to Quartzsite this weekend. You should definitely, are you going to be in the circle or are you just going to be heading to Quartzsite? We're in the magic circle, but Heather, thank you so much. That like made our day. It's never happened before and we've been on YouTube for like 2 years. So thank you. That was so cool. Really nice. Wow. And $20. Thank you. Wow. Thomas says, is it never as crowded in the circle than the rest of La Posta South? No, I would say it's not. It's super spacious here.
Yeah, they have, I think, over 400.
I can't remember how many acreage they have out here, but you have so much space between RVs.
Yeah, there's a lot of space between rigs. Like, there's not any struggle for space. And like, of course, like when you get in the circle closer to the main road entrance, it's going to be a little bit more crowded, especially if you want to be close to the tent. But like, we went walking the other day towards the back couple rows, and there was so much space and some really nice spots.
Yeah.
It might be a little harder if your rig can't get through some of the deeper washes, but I mean, there's just some beautiful spots out there. So, I mean, honestly, they could double the number of people here and you would still be able to find a spot.
Yeah, you still have a ton of space. Bill says, Yahoo! Dono hype. Wonder Your Wings laughing at us. Heather Nomads said, I will be in Kofa. That's super cool. So, our friends are heading over there on Sunday, and I believe we are as well, to the Kofa area, and we're going to be staying in the Palm Canyon.
Yeah.
So if you're in that area, you should holler at us so we can meet you.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
That is so cool. Thank you again for the super chat. I'm like so excited. Nice. Never had that happen before.
Man, I didn't even know what it was. I was like, what the hell? I thought we were about to get kicked off. YouTube was going to boot us for saying poopy or something.
Lady Fern says, oh, thanks for the shout out. Very kind of you. Of course. Yeah, we love to support our friends. Heather says, I will DM you. Yes, we would love that. Thank you. Thomas says, if they let me stay in the circle living in northern New York, I'd probably be on the road with the Canadians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Canadians are all nice.
They're so cool.
I haven't met a mean Canadian yet.
Yeah. But, I don't want to either.
Right?
Totally
That'd be weird.
Ramona says, we found there was more open space in the circle than the other places we boondocked, especially in the LTVA. Yeah, Ramona and Steven, they stayed here for a week as well and hung out. Yeah. And so they can vouch for that.
Yeah, the LTVA there's a lot of land, but depending on how close you want to be to amenities and stuff, it can get pretty crowded, especially during the big tent show and all that. So definitely.
Forever Free says, Thomas, we're changing the name to Lane A. Oh, yeah, because it's Lane A, but there's so many Canadians, so now it's Lane A. I love that. Yepper Deppers. Wow.
That's fun.
That was so cool.
So I don't even know what that does. Like, is it like ticking down or something?
Well, it just stays up there until the little ticker goes away. See, love to support you guys. You work so hard on your content, Heather says. Thank you. Oh, see, I didn't even know I was supposed to click on it. We're new here. A Palm Canyon gathering. Heck yeah. Go on a hike. Have a little lunch.
Yeah, it just looks super cool. Like, it's just a little crevice between the mountains, and there's tons of palm trees growing in it. So it seems like a neat spot to go walk around and scope out. So
Peppers.
Yeah. So we're thinking we're gonna try and, make our northern migration with Forever Free RV, because I got to go back up to Canada anyways. So hopefully weather will allow us to work our way up into Utah alongside them and go check out the Grand Canyon and maybe Moab and stuff too. So
yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I forgot. There is Birdie and Bam Bam. You're right, Jimmy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Birdie and Bam Bam. They're a couple. It's Scott and Rainey. They're a couple that lives back in the way.
Oh yeah.
Two guys.
Yeah.
It is cool there for sure. Be sure to look, see lots of cool stuff, and just hang out a little bit more before they have to go back to Canada. Yeah. Yipper dippers.
And I think that they've kind of gotten us just a little interested in like panning for gold.
Yeah.
So where we'll be in Helper, Utah is right on a river. So might try and pick us up some gold pans and see if we can find us some dust.
Some dust. Yeah. We'll find something. But yeah, we went out with Sherry and Wayne to go like rock hunting or crystal hunting, really, and it was so fun. We had such a blast. Actually, twice now we went out with them to do that. Remember the second time they found all this? We should have a new video up today. Yay! I can't wait. Something new to watch. It's a perfect day too, because it's just like
right.
Can't go outside.
Yep. What else are you gonna do?
Cool deal.
Ooh.
Yeah. Heather says, I'm in Yuma right now. The air is horrendous. Yeah, it's crazy down here as well. Jimmy says, did you guys buy anything from the tent show? Yeah, I don't think we bought one thing, did we? From the tent show?
No,
we didn't. We didn't buy anything at all. I mean, there was definitely things you kind of like, oh, that would be cool. There was a massager for like $250, but I was like, you can get a solar panel for that. You know what I mean? So you kind of have to like weigh the options out. There was some cool stuff, but a lot of it was a lot less RV oriented than I kind of thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it was kind of, I thought it would be, every booth would be at least RV centric, and, but it was kind of like if you've ever been to a state fair or, like in their expo areas or whatever, kitchen knives, slap chops, that.
Yeah. But it was still something to do, you know. It was fun to walk around. We went on opening day mistake because it was like crazy going in there. But we can mark it off our bucket list now, you know.
Electric Bikes had a tent out there, and they even had a little oval test track.
They did really well.
They sold they were sold out before the end of the week.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Everyone out here has got an electric bike now, which is cool. You know, I'm glad to see it. Like, the electric bikes are, I think, a big part of the future.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Definitely. Electric's the way to go.
You know, I mean, I love ours. I just like ours are Velotrics, and they only have front suspension. Electric bikes have front suspension, fat tires, and a seat post suspension. So those are a little easier to ride out here in this rocky terrain.
Yeah.
We got to ride Forever Free RVs. They're nice, and honestly, like, I was kind of a little jealous, you know. But I love our bikes.
I love our bikes, but I am jealous of their like seat suspension and just their overall seat because it's so much more cushiony. Yeah. And I'm like a bone anyway, so it's just nice to have something to sit on. Yeah. We might change our seats out. But Jimmy, did you buy anything at the tent show? Uncle Jeff says, Luke, call or message me. I would love to help you with the battery solar issue. We love you. I'm going to bounce out.
Okay. Thank you, Jeff.
Bye, Jeff.
I'll shoot you a message. Love you.
Lady Ferns. Tara and I would gold pan in Canada. Tara got hooked. Oh, yeah. I think that's definitely something we would be into. Like, if we found our first gold, we'd probably get addicted.
Right,
yeah.
And, you know, and it sounds like a nice way to spend time outside. I'm not like a fisherman, you know, so it gives me an excuse to be out near water and just enjoying nature. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh no, our super chat went away. I was looking at it and I was all happy, and then YouTube took it away. Why didn't they leave it up there? No, that was so cool though. Okay, give me just a minute. I have to pee again. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Who else has 8 bladders? Raise your hand.
There's between, like, when we did go out, like, we spent quite a bit of time at the flea market area. I forget what it's called. Tyson Wells, I think. And there was, you know, there's lots of stuff there at pretty decent prices, but it's mostly rocks. So if you're into rocks and crystals and opals and stuff, it's pretty neat. Rocks are cool, but we don't have room for rocks. So we're trying not to fill our rig up with fancy, pretty rocks. We like the ones we find ourselves, though.
Yeah.
Little crystals. That's cool because you found it yourself, you know. But the water opals were really pretty, you know. That's how they get you. They have these buckets with all these rough water opals in them, and it's just like rainbows, you know. Super pretty rocks. Yeah.
I wonder if anybody else has pets that they're traveling with.
Dolly wants to know if any of you guys have pets, especially if you're full-time RVers and stuff. We have our 3 cats. Mike Smith says, how you guys doing? We're doing good, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Just hiding from the wind today. Sorry if our internet's getting a little spotty, but we're doing good. Just making the best of the day. Chatting with everybody. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind at all. Yuma. Yeah. Yeah, that's the biggest downside of this area. I mean, the weather's great, but most nice days are windy. So you have this balance. But, you know, your options are here, South Texas, or Florida. I don't care for Florida. Really have no desire to spend time in South Texas. And this is one of the cheapest places that you can do it for a full season, too. I don't think there's anywhere in Florida or South Texas that you can stay 7 months for $180. So
Yeah,
this wins.
such a deal.
Yeah.
Heather says, I have my dog Elsa. She hates the wind and how it makes the rig shake. She's a Chihuahua mix, larger than the usual Chihuahua. She looks like a whippet. Oh, yeah. I'm honestly surprised because our friends Garrett and Tanya. I do that a lot. I confuse words. Garrett and Tanya, they have a little cat, and she's like super afraid of the winds. But our cats, they're just like big chilling in here, like no big deal.
Yeah.
So
they haven't blinked an eye, really. Like, I think it's because, we travel every week to go dump and stuff. So they're getting more used to the rig shaking around and stuff, And
yeah. But I'm sorry your puppy's having a hard time. Yeah, lady friends, they full time with their cat and English Bull Terrier, and they're both so cute.
Yeah.
Especially their little doggo with his little face. It's just so cute.
Yeah, I'm jealous of the cat. They let it roam outside on the leash and stuff, and
Yeah.
sweet little cat.
Oh yeah. Mike says, are you still camped next to Wayne and Sherry? So technically, no, we're still in the same spot, but Wayne and Sherry, they went to why can't I think of my words today? They went to a rally.
Yeah, a rally for their RV. I can't remember.
Grand Design Rally.
Yeah. So they've left. I doubt they'll be coming back. We might meet up with them next week in Palm Springs or Palm Canyon.
Yeah.
I always get them mixed up.
Heather says Elsa loves travel days. Yeah, it gives them a chance to look around and see some new scenery.
Yeah.
Ramona has a little puppy. She says Blue is definitely not enjoying the wind shaking the RV either. She's very snuggly today. Yeah, Blue is a total sweetheart too.
Yeah, our cats don't get too excited about travel days. Like Spy, she likes it because she's a bit more like primal. Yeah, she likes the stimulation, I think. Klein and Nitro, they've gotten fine with it. They just find a spot and sleep all day, and then about 20 minutes after we park, they're back up wondering where their food is. And
yeah, they've gotten used to it, which we're really happy about, that they don't get like motion sickness or anything. Look how much taller you are than me. You make me look small.
You are small.
Lady Ferns, it's because your cats are from Oklahoma. Laugh a letter. Our cat and dog, who is a rescue from Oklahoma. Wind, thunder, and lightning doesn't phase our pets. Yeah. Honestly, that's probably a lot to do with it. They're used to just like the crazy elements.
Yeah. Yeah, big thunderstorms in Oklahoma, the lightning. I do miss that. I miss a good storm.
I do too. A good thunderstorm. Yeah, because we had the best thunderstorms in Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's you get to the point, it's like people that are Floridian, hurricanes coming, they're sitting on their roof with the lawn chair and beer in their hand. Oklahomans are kind of the same way. Like tornado sirens go off, and it's just like, Sometimes it can be scary, but most of the time it's annoying.
Oh my gosh. So one night, this is no joke, the sirens went off, like they started going off, and then they went off like once every 5 minutes. I would say for an hour.
It was like 3 or 4 hours straight.
Yeah, it was a long time. It could have been
constant. It was so annoying. And our house was pretty close to one of the sirens, so like it was just deafening. Like you couldn't even like cover your ears. It was just so loud.
And I got my stuff from the bed, and I went in the closet and laid down. And I was like, Luke, get in here. And he's like, if it's gonna take me, it's gonna take me. And I'm like, no. But he had work in the morning, and he was not trying to mess with all that. So Jimmy says we went on opening day to the tent also, and the one thing we couldn't walk out of there was where the stack flat to help keep kitchen organized. I hear you on that, because I'm a huge like box tote organizer, so if I hadn't had some, we might have gone that route as well. Lady Ferns, I think so too, the severe storms.
Yeah.
Tara, me too. I miss the storms. Yeah. Yep. Nothing like a good old Oklahoma thunderstorm.
Yeah, and like tornadoes are scary because I mean hurricanes you get a week's notice, but like tornadoes can be
like an hour later, and all of a sudden there's a tornado.
Even that. Like you get hit by one and never even get a warning. Especially like the potential for night tornadoes.
Those are pretty spooky.
But something about like Tulsa, Oklahoma, it's pretty rare that a tornado hits Tulsa. Usually it's in the rural areas and stuff. So
Forever Free RV says, the smell of fresh rain would trump this dust in a heartbeat. Oh yeah.
Yeah, except for the mud that sticks to your rig afterwards.
That's true.
About a week ago, we got wind and rain, and like everyone's rigs, windows are just so covered in like mud. It's just gross looking, but ain't nothing you can do about it. We did wash the windows.
Yeah, we washed them yesterday or something, because we knew it was going to start getting crazy. And our neighbor Steve comes over and he's like, it's about to we're about to get a big dust storm. And I'm like, I know, but like at least now we can look out the windows and watch the dust.
Right.
So
I can't wait to wash the rig.
I'm really excited to wash the rig as well. It's covered in dirt, and I mean there's no point really like hosing it down really well because it is just going to get dirty again.
Yeah, but you're having to use your water, to clean it. So it's just like, meh.
But, just wash the windows every once in a while.
It looks fine from 15 feet away. It's all good. Yep.
I finished my sweet tea. Energy activate.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. There aren't any car washes in Quartzsite, which just blows my mind. Like, I mean, that'd be the best business to have here, I would think.
I think it would be too. Yeah. Linda says our truck was black and now it's dusty brown. Yep.
Yeah. The only thing is the water here is really hard water. So even if you do go to a car wash, you need to like dry your vehicle off immediately, or else you get those hard water spots all over. So.
Yep. Oh, here's Kleina. Actually, this is one of our cats. Well, she's just going to get water, I guess. Are you want to say hi?
Yes.
Come here. Let me say hi. Hi.
What are you doing, Princess?
This is Kleina.
She's like, what are you doing, Mom? What are you doing, Mom?
Let's see. Heather, I had my rig professionally washed and buffed yesterday. Wowza, she looks great, but it was pricey. Ooh, I bet.
Yeah.
What are you doing, girl? Come and say hi. Just don't lay on the computer, okay? You can lay anywhere but on the computer where you're trying to lay.
Come here, Princess. Tail.
She's trying to get the donuts. You don't need no donuts. I'm at 1,000 Trails, so the company used their own water and not as much. Oh, okay. Jimmy says 3 dogs. Cool. What kind of dogs are there? Like little dogs or big boys? All right, Kleina, that's a good spot. Lady Ferns, I heard the idea of a car wash here got shut down. Not sure the reason for it, but that it got blocked. Huh, that's strange. Jimmy has 2 mini schnauzers and a pit bull lab mix. Aw, that's sweet.
I love miniature schnauzers. But just schnauzers are just amazing dogs. If we were ever to get one, they'd probably be top of my list. They're just such sweet, gentle, fun dogs,
Kind of what are you doing? What are you doing? Glinda says, at home we have 2 pits and 1 chihuahua. Oh. Heather the Nomad, I think an RV wash yourself place would make a ton in this area. Yeah. I don't know why they don't have one.
All right, Wayne and Sherry. Love you guys.
Gotta jump off. We need to get this video uploaded, Bills. We love you too.
Yeah,
have a great day, guys. We'll come watch your video later. Just let us know when it's up. Kind of, what are you trying to do?
The only thing I could think is why, like, maybe they wouldn't want a car wash here is because water is getting to be a major issue in the Southwest.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a kind of community thing of like, no,
come on, babe.
We don't need to be using our water allotment for people to wash their cars,
That's true.
Yeah.
Klein's like rolling around and she keeps inching closer and closer to the computer. I just know she's gonna turn it off in a minute. What are you doing, you crazy? You trying to be a chin-chin seeker? Chin-chin girl. I want chin-chins. All of them. All the chin-chins. What is this, the Kleiner show? Is this a Kleiner show? Looks like it. Looks like a Kleiner show to me. Woo.
Silly girl.
Oh, yeah. They could make us some food. Are you hungry for anything? So has anybody else been experiencing this issue? It's like if we don't get out and we don't move our bodies around, we do not get as hungry. You know what I mean? So it's like we have to force ourselves to eat. If we're not moving around and socializing and stuff, we get hungry. But just sitting here, it's like, oh, man, it's that time again.
Yeah. Eating's hard when you're not doing anything. You have no reason to be hungry.
Right. Lady Friend says water consumption. That's what I saw. Heather says there's always the issue of liability if people are using ladders to climb on the RV. Most car washes recycle the water, especially in California. Yeah, I guess there are a lot of reasons as to why they wouldn't want to do it. Right. What are you doing? She is all over the place.
Builders. Yeah, so I don't know.
We'll probably stay on here for another 15 minutes, make it 2 hours, and hang out with you guys, unless it just gets crazy and we can't leave. And then maybe we'll come back later. I don't know. There's not really much going on today, so we'll just see. Shiny honey. Okay, get off the computer. Come on, chick. Like, you're mad at me. Why are you mad at me for?
What are you doing? What are you doing? She just wants some love.
If you guys are on Instagram, come over and like hang out with us on there too. I try to post quite a bit on there. So it's just the same. It's just at Luke and Dolly. At my age, I'm hungry all day, Linda says. It's like we get super hungry later in the day, and then we just start snacking like crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot more grazing and binge eating. Like, not healthy eating at all, but that's okay. It's better to eat something than nothing. I say that all the time. Why ain't you fuzzy? Why ain't you so fuzzy?
Fuzzy potato. Okay, I guess we'll just do some little questions. Like, Luke loves olives. I don't like them. So give a thumbs up if you like olives and a thumbs down if you don't.
Olives are my favorite. Like green olives, black olives. I don't like garlic stuffed olives. I'm kind of about blue cheese stuffed olives.
Yeah.
I like olives.
You know, move your booty. Lady Friend says, thanks for the live. It was great. Signing off for now. See you girls later. Yay. Linda likes olives.
Yay.
Kinda, you're just going crazy. It's hard to focus with you moving everything around on here. Looks like your side's winning for now.
See, I got the yawns.
It's because we're not moving around. We're just chilling. Do you find that you just eat when you're hungry now as opposed to eating 3 times a day at the same time? Honestly, yeah. We do it a lot. But our problem is we'll get into activities or we'll just be like,
or
yeah, we were doing really well on staying on schedule, but come on, Kleiny. Come March, we're gonna have to really get back on schedule because we're gonna be starting work in April. So we gotta kind of start resetting our internal clock. My kitty's going crazy over here. Come on, Kleiny, move over. Thank you. She's getting, look, she got hair all over that thing. What are you doing? You can't sit on the computer.
She probably just wants the sun.
Okay. Don't push buttons. Don't do that.
Sorry, I'm yawning.
Don't fall asleep on us, Luke.
Mm-hmm.
What will you be doing in March? We may still be in this area, but mid-March, we're probably going to start heading north to Utah. We start work April 1st. Or we could already be traveling early March. Sorry, that's my cat moving stuff around. We're not really sure yet. But we'll be working at a park, a little RV park with a few cabins. I'll be doing front desk. Luke will be doing maintenance. And we'll be there until late October. Ramona says, I like fresh olives, but not cooked ones. Oh, okay. I'm just doodling, guys. Linda says, have fun. Will you be coming back next year? Yeah, I think we will, honestly, because it's just such a good deal out here,
Yeah, and we won't be far from it. So, I mean, realistically, we could make it back in 2 days from where we'll be working. So, no reason not to, it just makes sense financially.
Yeah. We don't know exactly where we'll be coming next year, if we'll be coming just back to the Magic Circle or maybe we'll be visiting a few more areas, but I think we will be doing the LTVA and it'll give us a good chance to keep hold of some of the money that we've earned this year and not just go spend crazy. Because when we go back to Oklahoma to spend time with family and a few friends, we end up spending a lot of money because we end up getting bored. But not the good kind of bored where you can go outside and take hikes, like the bad kind of bored where you go into shopping malls and spend lots of money.
Yeah.
Good way to save money with the LTVA. Yes, definitely. So we did the first 30 days out here and we put how much we spent. We itemized it and put that on Instagram if you guys are interested. And then we're doing another one. And today's the 22nd. So the next 30 days will end tomorrow. We'll take all the stuff we spent. I've been writing it down. And we'll add it up and we'll put it on Instagram as well. Because I personally just love seeing how people budget and spend their money while they're on the road, how much they spend. You can spend anywhere from like $5,000 or $6,000 a month, which I saw one couple on there did. They had a lot of maintenance issues. Or you could spend like $900, so it's just fun to see how much you spend.
Like, if your rig's paid for and all you're buying is food, I mean, you could live really cheap out here. Like food is more expensive out here. It's to be expected between inflation and being that it's a small town of a population of like 2,000 people.
Right.
And then come winter, it blows up to pushing 1 million people. Yeah, it gets a little competitive with pricing and food and water and stuff like that. But even then, if that's all you're buying, then great,
Right.
Propane I think last time we got propane was
like $20. Well, it was like 15, but you gave like a $5 tip because they do a really good job up there. So you usually just tip them. Give me just a second.
It's a 20-pounder that we have. So it ended up being about $1.50 a pound or something. I think it was like $3.46 a gallon of propane here. But you're not really using it a lot for heat. Our diesel heater quit working, so this last 2 weeks we've been relying more on propane at night for heat. But even then, our 20-pounder lasted a week, and then I have the onboard as well. So if our external bottle runs out, I just switch it to the onboard propane. And kind of, I think, barring super cold weather, it makes sense for us to run the propane because it kicks on when it needs it.
Yeah.
The diesel heater will run on a low setting nonstop, so it's not as good at regulating the temperature. But I like having the options. I just need to get a new glow plug and put it back in. And
yeah, we need to get that. That thing is really awesome, and it heats up well.
Yeah.
Yipper dipper. So we've got about 8 minutes left, 7.5 minutes left. If you guys have any more questions, feel free. They don't have to be RV related. They can be whatever. If you guys like the live streams, definitely let us know, and maybe we'll do more of them because we enjoy them. It's cool to just hang out and chat with people and just kind of relax. Hopefully the weather gets a little nicer soon, so we can make some content for you guys to watch. But I enjoy the live chats. They're really fun.
Yeah, it's been a little tougher here making content. For one, we're in the magic circle, so we don't want to film while in the circle.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons. And it's RV life isn't.
It's not always
an
exciting.
Adventure,
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of just us being us and just
hanging out,
relaxing. You know, maybe one day we should do like day in the life and just like
a regular day in the life.
Yeah.
Like us just washing dishes and being like, what should we eat? Because that's usually like the hardest decision of the day.
Yeah. Time lapse of us spending 4 hours on our phones.
Thomas says, I've enjoyed being able to ask questions. Well, thanks. We really appreciate you hopping on here and saying hello. It's been so fun. Love meeting new people.
Lots of good questions too, Thomas. Sounds like you've done your homework and you're going to know Quartzsite better than we do by the time you get down here. So.
Yeah. Heather says, #truth. I'm cleaning and organizing today. Not exciting at all. Yeah. But you know what, Heather? I actually love, I don't know if you ever have like looked this up, but sometimes we'll be cleaning here and it's just like, turn on an RV cleaning video and you watch other people clean while you're cleaning. That's something I do because I used to make cleaning videos. But yeah, cleaning and organizing, it can feel really nice, especially if it's just bad weather out. Get your space together, make it feel a little bit nicer and calmer inside so you can enjoy the space more.
Yeah, it's good for your mental health too. I always looked at it as you clean your bedroom or you clean your home, you're cleaning your mind too, Yep. It helps you just sort through all the noise and just realize, okay, this is important.
Yep.
Be it material items or mental and psychological stuff.
And I wish I could record that, but I can't because they don't allow phones in the tents, obviously, because you can be nude in there if you want. So, you just gotta respect people. Linda says, I need to do laundry, but it's so windy. I feel you, girl. We do a lot of our laundry. Well, we try to do a lot hand washing. But it stacks up because it's like if the weather is not perfect, you can't do it. Or if it's going to be windy the next day, you don't want to wash your clothes, hang them out because then they're going to get all dusty. So
yeah. We've only been to a laundromat once since we've been here, though.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I probably want to do it again before we leave.
Yeah, because with the bigger stuff like the quilts and everything,
bedding,
you can't wash those in a bucket.
Yeah. Jimmy. Does Jimmy like olives?
Jimmy, is that for the olives or is that for washing clothes in our bucket? The thumbs up. Oh, I go about every 2 weeks, Linda says. Yeah.
I think you might be doing olives because some like your video on your phone is like way behind, so you might just be catching up.
Is it thumbs up for olives or for laundry?
See, but if he's way behind, he won't even hear us asking the question until the end.
I don't think they're behind. I think it's just on my, I don't know. Ramona says, I was going to clean today, but I'm feeling a little seasick from the RV rocking so much. It's a dog snuggles and movie kind of day. Hey, that works too. Yeah. Honestly, you guys have kind of motivated me. And I think after this, after we get off the video, I'm probably going to try to eat something and then maybe pick up a little bit because RV could use it. It gets so dirty so fast. That's another thing we should talk about, right?
Yeah.
People are like, oh, it must be so easy to clean since you have such a small space. No, that is a myth, at least for us, because we have cats and they like throw litter out. They get hair on everything. So like, and you know, you do you eat and then maybe you don't want to wash the dish right after you eat, right? Well, we don't live in stick and bricks. So we don't have a dishwasher, so you can't just throw your stuff in there. So maybe it sits in the sink for a little bit. Next thing you know, you got cat hair all over everything. You got dishes in the sink, the bed's messed up, and the whole house looks filthy. And you're like, I just cleaned yesterday. So
yeah, it's not as many spaces to hide the mess.
Right. Yeah.
And you know, especially like our rig, it's a Class C, so it's not very airtight. So even with all the windows shut, like things will get a little dusty too from the desert dust.
Yeah. Yeah. Once we get out of here, we'll give our RV a nice wash and we'll probably do like a real deep clean once we get out of the desert because there's no point in doing it before we leave. It's just going to get dirty again. Yeah. I don't know. What should we eat? That's going to be, let's just figure that out right now.
Burritos.
Burritos could work. I swear frozen burritos save our life.
Yeah, I'd starve to death if it wasn't for frozen burritos at this point.
So we're not the worst eaters in the world, you guys. We do eat some healthy stuff, but like when you can't decide, a good old frozen burrito really does the trick.
Yep, covered in hot sauce.
Yeah, just covered in hot sauce. We always make jokes like, what would you want in the apocalypse? And it's like hot sauce. Because you can eat dog food if you have enough hot sauce and make it taste good. Like in the apocalypse, we're going to be stocked up on hot sauce.
Yeah. If you can eat anything with a little bit of hot sauce on it.
Yeah. And we just really appreciate your supporting our channel. You guys rock.
Yeah, thank you guys. It's always good to chat and catch up with everybody and see what everyone's up to. Yeah. And thanks for the
super chat, Heather. That was really, really cool.
Yeah. We really appreciated it. Yeah. First time, I didn't even know it was a thing, so that's pretty cool.
Yay!
Guys, happy adventures out there and whatever you're living in. You know, just make your house a home, be it if it has wheels or not, you know.
Yeah.
Just have fun.
Yep. All right. Well, we love you guys, and we will see you next time. Bye.